We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Houston Texans and the Washington Commanders. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And Oliver, that time, they want to get in there and bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Watson on first down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Back to throw, Watson. Finds Pickens outright. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A loss of 3 on his sack made by multiple defenders. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second and 5. He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On second down, it's Walker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second and 12, Watson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll look to throw here. And he checks this one down to Williams. He stiff-arms him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Trey McBride, 29 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll set up to throw.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On the 6.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, you're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 17 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen,
touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Open man here is Conklin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Second down and inches. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Fuller.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On third down, Winston.
Tries the right side, finding Woods here.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw again. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
4 yards remain for second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First down, Texans.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
18 Warriors 17.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Caught on a slant. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, They're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.